And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a red fish, blue fish. All right. Let's just peeking on the YouTube. All right. Let's just peeking on the YouTube. Stop that. Let's stop that echo there. Go be gone. Over on the YouTube. Let's do this. Let's get over to my over here. Over there. Charles will not be with us tonight. Thanks for popping in, Charles. I hope you're feeling better soon, buddy. Why do I get a notification? My channel. All right, we're good. We're good. Live, looking good. My channel. All right, we're good. We're good. Live, looking good. My channel. All right. All right, I got the sound over there. I don't know. Maybe I do need a better mic. Who knows? Anyhow, what are we doing? Sandals. Okay, so I finished modeling up the sandals and UV mapping it yesterday, and I went ahead and already got them rigged up for Genesis 8 and Genesis 9. I'm just weirdly congested again. It's always worse when I'm on stream because I'm trying to talk. So anyhow, let's take a look at how these are looking. We were close to finishing up the modeling last night, so I just basically had to finish wrapping up a little bit on the straps. Then I just had to set up the UV mapping. Got all of that stuff exported out, and then last night I got it rigged onto the feet. So tonight we're going to do I'm going to start the textures, and maybe if I can get this done in like before 8 o'clock, I can maybe start a cowboy hat for the outfit. That'll be after this one. Currently, where is my content library? You're probably down here. There you are. And I added bracelets just this afternoon. They're simple little bracelets. This is called a lover's knot or a Dutch knot or something like that. So I just added a couple little things. They're a little high up on the wrist, but that means they won't deform too much and minimizes the amount of work I have to do on this. But there we've got our bracelets. Earlier today I was working on getting the textures done for the dress. We have the bag. So the bag's going to need a few poses. We're going to have to make a couple hierarchical, is it wearables? Hierarchical pose sets? I think it's wearables. I think it'll load in. I have to parent it to the hand. Also, we're going to make versions that'll parent to the shoulders. I have the basic bag. We're going to have a bag that'll come into the right hand and the left hand. We're going to have one that'll parent onto the shoulders. Then I got to set that up for the Genesis 9. And then we got the shoes. So let's put the shoes on. Did I save the shoes with the pose yet? I did not. All right, I got to resave the shoes with the pose at some point. And actually, we're going to save this is a hierarchical pose. But anyhow, there's how the shoes are looking so far. I think I want to give these some colors. Also, you know what? I got a strap on top of a strap. What I'm going to do is we're going to take it in the blender and we're going to kind of pull them apart a little bit for purposes of texturing. I should probably just grab the ones in Blender and use those. Yeah, I think we'll do that instead. So, instead of mucking around with trying to repose these, what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Open, reset, flow sandals, save. Somewhere in here is a sandal. This also doubled as the file I used for making the bracelets. Let's see, were you my sandals? Why do you look weird? I got sandals inside of sandals or something. Let's take a look at what we got in here. That's all mesh. That's a little janky looking, but I think the UVs will be good. No, that's a little. Do I got a better version than that? I think that is it. Is this the? Okay, so I'm going to have to make a copy of this. I'm going to apply materials. We're going to separate some parts out so I don't get weird. Right now I'm going to get ambient occlusion, although it really doesn't make a difference, does it? You know what? I'm just going to save them like that. I've got color set up. I think I'm going to, let's just add, actually, this is good. I think this is ready to export out. So I'm going to export this out twice. Substance Painter. One without materials, and that's the main one that we'll use in Substance, and one with materials. Make our ID maps with that. I think we'll go look at the Coach store and see what color options there are. I know off the top of my head, I probably want to do at least black and white, and maybe a two leathers, a tan, and maybe a brown. Anyhow, let's get this exported out. Dum dum dum. What's going on over? Oh, I'm not on the wrong thing over here. Let's switch you over to the creator dashboard that way. All right, let's export you out, and I just want to double check. I think the UVs are set. Tab in. Yeah, I got to do this thing, didn't I? Did I not do this thing? Did I forget to do that earlier? Oh no, I may have to update these meshes, bro. Let's take a quick look. I think I forgot to do the thing where I have to mirror the UVs. We'll come back and get these fixed later. Uh, select that. We're gonna pop over here to UV. Yeah, I forgot this. So all the UVs are on top of each other. We can fix that. Let's just double check and make sure this looks right. That looks good. So if I re-export, if I bring it in, mirror it, and re-import it, it should be okay. Anyhow, I'm going to save this out for Substance. Earlier, I forgot to mirror the UVs on the mirroring fire. There we go. Up a level. Go over here to Substance. Let's do the Summer Flow Sandals. And let's uncheck materials. We're just going to do that again. That was an import. That is an export. Sandals. This one is going to say IDs. And let's check materials on that. Import that. I think I can. No, I'm going to have to do here. Let me see if I can fix the UVs. I'll do it. We'll deal with it later. We'll come back to that. Let's get on to just texturing these things. All right, so we got Substance ready to go here. File recent. Nope, this is file new. Yo, Art, how are you doing today? I'm gonna try 4096. I've been avoiding that, but actually I'm not. Yeah, let's do 4096. I'm gonna try that. Let's load in our thing. Whip Substance. We're texturing the sandals today. Am I in the right folder? I am not. I went to sandals again. I want to go to Substance. There we go. I want that one right there. There we go. All right, let's bake our maps. Bake selected textures. Do that. $5 more. Broker. The AC needs Freon. Oh, dang. I'm sorry. Is that for the hose that the mechanic broke? Hello, Monsieur Loque. All right, let's break the ID map. Let's load that in. That one there that says IDs. It's got Kelia. Yes. Oh, don't you hate it when that happens? Not your fault. It was the mechanic's fault. He should just put it back together for you. Oh, and Charles won't be with us tonight. Dude's feeling a little under the weather. I think that's good. Do I want to just bake those? I think that's going to be fine. Let's go in the painting mode. Zoom in here. Put you over there. Yeah. Hopefully he gets some good rest and he's feeling better. I hope that's just it. Same here, laying in bed, setting up renders, having stream on the in my phone. I think we're good. I want to actually. I know I want to do black and white, and let's go take a look at the actual hues that I'm loosely basing these off of. This one actually has a white, and it only comes in white. So I get to make up my own colors. It has a black sole. Everything else is white. So maybe we'll do that. And this got like a rose, have a gold. What do you got? Like a they call this chalk. So I'll do black and white, and we'll do gold on the buckle. Also, I want to drop in little black spots, and we're going to set up some stitching. I think we'll do that. So we'll just run some stitching along here, and maybe I'll run some stitching right along in here. Oops, that was the one I wanted to keep. I want to put you away. I gotta fix my and make stupid phone. You watch a tutorial on how make and shoes in MD. Shit was wild, LOL. I'll be skipping that for now. Yeah, I have seen people make shoes completely in Marvelous Designer, although as I think make shoes Marvelous Designer. Yeah, as I said, it's like one of those things where you do it just to brag that you did it in Marvelous Designer. It always strikes me as a little inefficient. All right. It was like summoning his team. Yeah. I want to do some stitching, and I can't do the 3D stitching thing because I got stuff on top of each other. So we'll do it over here. Let's put in a. Let's do this, and I'm gonna just kind of. Where are you? Actually, I need a. Where did I just paint? Oh, I painted over there. Let's do Where's the mirroring thing? I need that. I need to activate that mirroring thing. God, I can't see anything in here. Is it in here? There it is. Why did part of my shoe just get red? I have no idea what it did. That's just weird. I think the mirroring is forked up in here. Are my shoes off-centered? Is that what's going on? Yes, my center point is off in here. Hold on. You are centered, though. Dude. You know, I can do half of it and then flip the texture, but I don't really want to do that. Why is my center line not in my center? Let's check something here. Substance is being obtuse. Let's switch you back to, and I'm going to just need to take a look at these shoes and see if they line up in DAS properly at least. So there is the sandal. Yeah, they're in the right spot there. Obtuse, one of your favorite movies. Already can get new products 80% off, and the outlet stuff is just overkill, in your opinion. We're talking to. I know the shoes do look off centered. I'm not sure what's going on there. And they are centered. Yes, indeed. Let's try this again and see if it somehow clears it up. Just going to say new. And I'm going to select. And I'm going to go with this one here. And it looks good over here. And I'm going to say okay. And I'm going to discard that. And then let me see if we put the. Yeah, my center line is just off. Let me try something else. Let me select that. The center point is that origin, geometry to origin. Nope, set origin to G, origin, 3D cursor, export. No, that's an import. I always do that. Cancel, export. Do that. Selection only. Oh, you know what? Might have had selection only clicked. That would probably screw things up. Let's try this again. There's probably something in that scene that's throwing the center off. That's probably what there is. That means there's probably a bracelet floating around in here somewhere. Not that I can see that over here, which is the annoying part. I should see the UVs for that. Anyhow, let me export this again with material. So I'm going to overwrite that. Now we're going to export once more without the materials, overwriting this, coming over here, file, new, let's say 4096. Let's grab the one new materials. Let's say okay to that and okay to that and discard this. You know what? That centered up a little bit better. All right, we're good now. Yay. You had to hide your credit card so you can pay for the car AC repairs. Basically, Dad's dollar store. Yep. You're starting to wonder about the fiscal health of Daz. Is that it? All right, let's bake mesh maps. You know what? I'm gonna bake it like that. No, more wondering like how much longer the other stores. Oh, the other stores. Yeah. Rendo sales dropping more each month. Okay, let's do this. Now I'm going to bake my maps. Now we're cooking with propane. Do that. Let's turn these off. Make my selected. Now that you mention it, it's called sometimes called the Walmartization effect. Soon you'll be back in the Daz machine. I know. I know how much you love Daz. If only they could be more like Elon. All right. Let's put colors on here. We're gonna start with black and white and gold. Let's go to paint. I'm gonna start with, you know what? I'm gonna put black, black, and let's do a black rubber. Start with that. Plastic. Let me see what I got for plastic options. That might work. Plastique. It's kind of like rubber. See, these have all got actually textures in them. What is on that? That's got a texture on it, doesn't it? Sci-fi vinyl smooth. I don't want vinyl smooth. Maybe rubber raw will do the trick. I'm going to start with the rubber raw on the bottom. And we're going to ensure that that's a cool color. That is a cool color. I'm going to put that on the other parts of the sole. Put that there. Put that right there. And then we'll go get a leather. There's a fine leather. I'm going to use fine leather. I'll put that there. Not to get on a long-winded rant, but I've always felt base prices have always been way too high. We have unlimited sales, so no need to price that high. And add sales, customers are trained to wait and never pay full. Exactly. Um, so what I'm going to do is we're going to tile that up a little bit. Also, I'm going to make a little shinier, and we're going to make it white. And of course, when I say white, I mean a really light blue gray. Say 4 on that. And we're going to change that color. Bring it over into here. Pull you. I think you do about there. And I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put a, I don't know. I want something, either a suede, maybe a suede on there. Did I copy this? I did not copy this. We'll see. Close that. Never made any dang sense to you. I know. You had to buy that. Well, you didn't have to. But now that you've mentioned it, I'm going to go look for that stonemason castle. I want suede. I'm going to at least use it here, and maybe we'll use it in here. Sweet, suede. Blue suede shoes. Actually, Blue Suede's a band, isn't it? Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga. Um, I misspelled suede. That's my problem. There we go, natural suede. I want that. Yes. It's like an immoral imperative. What, to buy the 99-cent stonemason castle? Totally immoral. But at that price, a definite imperative. I'm going to do that. And Napsmore, welcome in. Good to see you. Switch that. You know what? I'm not sure my normal maps are clicked on all of this. I'm just going to double check. You know, Chris likes his normal maps. Uh-oh. Substance is thinking about it. And let's set that to generate a normal map. Okay, we're going to change the color on this suede part in here. We're going to match that to kind of this white. Then, you know what? I think I'm just going to put a cotton or something in here. Is there a foam? Foam. Plastic foam. Maybe plastic foam? Let me see what that looks like. To be fair, he did have to buy it. once it's in the once it hits outlet, it's removed after it's run there. It's like a last chance thing. That looks a little gruesome. If I make that a lot smaller though, does that look better? You know, do I want to go with, is that what, the color is wrong. We're going to fix that and we're going to click on that normal there. You have cork that looks like bubble gum. Mm-mm. It's that fleshy portion on the inside of the cheek. I'm almost there. All right, let's get. I wonder if that'll look better if the lines run in the other direction, though. If we do that at like 90, or if I just lower that, is there an option? Scattering roughness, foam scale, cell density, big wrinkle intensity. You know what? I think we'll dial the big wrinkle intensity down. I'm using maps that are too big. It's really bogging things down. But I'm pushing through. All right, let's say gold. Is my stream stuttering, by the way? Find a substance is stuttering that bad, the stream might be playing, may not be playing nicely. You know, it's not helping. I got it. Here, let me close some other things down in the background just to be sure. Nope. Okay, excellent. Save as CC logo. Put that over there. Close that. Do I have Photoshop open? I don't have Photoshop open in the back. Still, you know what? I don't think I actually need Blender anymore. So let's shut that down. I don't think I need to save that. What else we got? We have, you know what? I got PowerPoint open in the background. I don't really need that. Let's shut that down. Do we have anything else? I have shut down some Explorer windows. I don't have a lot of browser windows open, so that's not too bad. I do have the Discord open. You know what? Let's shut down Discord. I don't really need that running. Shut that down. Got the Creative Cloud on the desktop open. Shouldn't be doing anything. Task Manager. All right, let's see if this helps any. The whole interweb. Your feed is burping much. I'm sorry, dude. I want to make this a little shinier, and then I think. Oh yeah, and I wanted the gold. I can't see. There we go. I think I'm going to take this. I'm just going to drop that right there. Well, we want to do sewing too, right? So there's the fine leather. There is the leather roughness. Let's make that a little shinier. I like that. I think this will be good. Let's save this file. Save as Summerflow sandal. Let's do that. Okay, now we're going to add the detailing. I need to add the little black brushes in here. Little black holes. I'm just going to put little black holes right along here. But we'll do that. I want to add sewing on here. And then I think, and also I'm going to need the dirty version. See how this works. This will probably go a lot better when I'm not streaming. That's just the way it goes. All right, I'm going to make a. Also what I wrote is tech NDA safe. I did read it wrong. Product in outlet just won't be featured or included in other promos or store sales. Okay, much better than what you thought. Well, I wouldn't think so at that price. I suppose I should actually read up on it though, right? All right, I'm going to do a brush. I'm going to make this small. Going to, let's make that a little bit larger. Like that. We're going to add a couple of things on here. Let's put you over here. Did I put a... Nope, that's the wrong one. You know what? You're in the wrong spot. It's supposed to be over here. Now I'm going to put a black mask on that. And I'm going to add a color selector to that. Be able to paint on that there. And then come back to my brush. That's going to look like that. Can I get you hard? I want to do a couple of things in here. So I want to paint color. I want to do a height map. I also want to do a normal map. And I'm going to do the normal map with a filter from the height map. So let's see. So my base color is going to be really dark. Basically just going to kind of be a hole My height is just, we're just going to do that. Then I'm going to put a filter on here that'll convert the height to a normal. Let's do that. Let's add a filter. Come over here. Let's look for the good old height to normal. You can't read that, but that's what it says. Should be good. Let's see how this goes. I think that's going to be a little too big. You thought it was the last chance to sell items, then they go bye-bye. Oh, no. Look for the email May 9th for the info. I'll do that. Or at my current and likely future income levels, the outfit is kind of a nice thing. I am not going to lie. I did buy stuff. I'm actually using them in the promos I set up for the last product I submitted. I heard a noise. Why did I hear a noise? Catherine! Dude, how are you doing? We got a sound for you. It's what you asked for. I want you to remember that. And thank you for that resub. There's a dyslexic heart for you, buddy. Yes. Yeah. Hey. All right. You know what? With a bump map and a normal map on there, that comes out kind of nice looking. I'm just going to add a few more of those in there. Those are just going to fake my holes. And then I'm going to put 2 more over here. I would never make it with this few, but okay. And is my mirroring working? Yay, the mirroring's working. All right, that part's done. Let's start sewing. I'm going to sew in, I think I'm going to sew in the 2D view. All right, so we're going to do over here, we're just going to sew on the outside. Let's zoom in. Let's put in a new paint layer. Let's pop over here. Get rid of that. Let's see. Actually, let's not do. I think I have all the. Is that the right one? Straight stitches. Okay, so we're gonna adjust. Is that good? You know what? That might be okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, what I like to do is I like to make my stitches red. Then I use I can use a hue saturation and lightness filter to change the color from there. Actually, I think this might be a little small. It's going to be fine. Okay, we're using the wrong paint method. Hold on. We got to back up a little bit. So I'm going to set this to over here. We're going to do that on the UV map. I'm going to come over here, seam intensity. You know what? I'm going to crank that puncture intensity way up. I'm going to say thin thread. Why are you painting on top? Did I not tell you to just paint on the UVs? I did. So why are you painting on top? You evil, evil program, you. Is that happening from the mirroring? That might be from the mirroring. Mirroring's bad that way. You know what? I bet you it's from the mirroring. Even though I told it to do UVs, it's mirroring in 3D space still. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to just draw everything. Mm. I heard a noise. Why did I hear another noise? Yo, Dr. DK in the house, baby. Hey, thank you for that. I appreciate that too, Dan. Everybody, check out Bad Tooth Records, aka Dr. DK. Uh, I don't know. You might be streaming tonight, but it might be Tech Night, right? But Thursdays is the regular. Catch the Americana trash. Did I ever make a Bad Tooth command? Oops, that's not right. That's somebody else. Try this. I didn't. I did not. I gotta make one of those. We'll do a regular shout out though. Make sure you're all following Bad Tooth Records. It's awesome. Even though it's hard to type. Oh, dang it. uh,
Is that a salami in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me?
It's a salami.
I love the swooshing sound. Did that work? That's not going to work. I got too many. I don't know if that worked or not. Totally worked. It totally worked. Look at that. There he is. All right. Follow Bad Tooth Records. You got no excuses. Am I even undoing in the right program? All right. I'm going to turn off the mirroring is fouling me up. It's not working right because I got pieces on top of pieces. I got blisters on my blisters. Anyhow, we're going to just do this. And I know they're red. We'll change the color later on. Whee! Normally this should be Tech Tuesday, but tonight you're doing a bit of sorting out. My job for the last 12 years is. Oh no! I'm sorry. Was that planned or. Found out on Friday? Oh man. I'm sorry about that. It wasn't your plan. Oh, dude. Well, I hope everything works out. All right, one part down, bunch more to go. Yeah, I get the stress on that. All right, we're getting there. You know, working at 4K though is giving me really sharp looking textures. Even if it bogs things down. All right, moving along. Plus, at least you don't have to work with your former boss. That is a bonus. Oh no. I hope not. What do they say? Just make sure you got everything documented that you can get documented, just in case. Of course, it might be a little too late for that now. All right. I'm zoomed in too much. Do need to zoom in a little bit further so I can kind of see what I'm doing. That UV map got a little janky in there. All right, so I got the straps done. I think I want to put a little bit of stitching right along this edge here. I think that's the basis for what we're going to do. And this is actually probably over one of these little strips or something. That's a side strip. The top. Probably these right here. Thinking. Let's take a look. You know, maybe I can. Backing up too fast. Yeah, I think this little strip here, and I think might be able to use the mirroring on this one. So I'm hoping I can just come through here You're on the underside. You're not the piece. You're not the piece I was looking for. I need something that'll help me spot this. Here, let's do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make you obnoxious color. Try that again. Let's put a black mask on there. Let's use a color selector. Let's pick that color right there. Right there it is. So I can't tell which is which. I think I put you over here. That's in there somewhere. Nope, I don't see it. I'm looking for where I'm painting on it. I'm not. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's on the outside. We're going to back that up. And I know my thread's got to run along this edge then. Real close on that edge. There's not a lot of room. I probably should have modeled that a little wider. That gets a little weird in there, doesn't it? I'm going to zoom in for that one. If I can thread that needle. We should have one more. I'm hoping this mirrored over nicely. So there should be another one of these greens. Oh, you are down there. And let me see if I can quickly spot. I think that's the outside part. Nope, that's the inside edge. Okay, that's the edge I got to run along. We're undoing. It's 8 o'clock already, and I haven't started the cowboy hat. Once again, I've been maybe a little overly optimistic. You know, that red and green, it's like the holidays. When is Memorial Day? Is that actually next Monday? Or is it the Monday after that? Or are we just calling it Trump Day now? Last Monday of May. I know that, but I can't keep track. All right, next Monday is the last Monday in May, so next Monday is Memorial Day. There we go. The 26th. Thanks. I'll be here. Same bat channel. All right, let's get rid of this because I don't need this layer anymore. That is just a that was just for reference purposes to make it easy to see what I was doing. Okay, we're going to actually change the thread color here. We're going to do a couple of things on this. Um, what was on? Oh no, that's the button thing. All right, I'm going to do did this have a normal map? I didn't even check. Oh, you didn't have a height map. Damn you. I have to redo that now with a oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. It's going to be fine. I need something that'll take a normal map and turn it into a height map. So basically, now we're going to put a filter on here. And I'm going to put one of those, an HSL, is that what it is? Right there, hue, saturation, lightness. So in this case, what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to desaturate. I'm going to just take that lightness nearly all the way down. Having gone to all that trouble to put this thread in here, now you can't really see it. That'll be fine. If I change the color of this, it'll become more apparent. Then we're going to change the, we're going to set this to be base color. Let's do you as an overlay. And let's dial that back to maybe 30. Maybe 50. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So there we go. We got one texture on the shoes. I think that's good to go. I probably should put little holes on the backside here. Although it's a little sloppy. Look at that. I didn't even get that through there. What a slacker. Don't look at the inside. I might fix that up. I still have to fix up the geometry anyhow a little bit. So I probably should put those. You know what? I'm going to put little black dots on the inside too. I think this is my paint layer with those, right? Of course, now I have to reset this thing because I've completely changed it. So I got to reset my brush. Oh, dang it. Did I accidentally close the freaking properties again? Uh, I need to get rid of that and do that. There we go. Then we can reset this up like we had it before. All right. I don't need. I just want that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I want that. I have a thing for that. So the height map is going to be this. Color is going to be this. I'm going to try to maybe put that right there, except you didn't. Oh, I know. It's because I have a color mask on here. Let's tweak that. So we also want to include this. I'm still not good. Why am I still not good? Would I still have the thread? Still have the thread. You see up and over, maybe somewhere in here. Not sure I can get that one. You know what? That's pretty close. There's one more spot underneath there that I'm not going to be able to get. So now maybe I can get that right there. It's off a little bit. Let's bring you back. Probably close enough. That kind of fakes it. Did that get mirrored over to the other side without any major problems? Looks like it did. All right, I think I'm good. I think we can hit save. I think we can export this out. Control Shift E. Have I saved this yet? I have. Okay. I'm going to do 5 channels. I'm not going to do that one. I got to fix this thing someday. I'll redo my default. That should be good. So pop over here. Oh, that white. All right, we're going to turn this stuff all black now. Actually, I got to do the dirty version, right? Let's do that. I'm going to look for storm. I'm looking for this here. This is just my generic dirt. Just going to drop that right on top. And now you've been playing in the mud too long. I'm going to save that out. Before I save that, we're going to move these if I don't overwrite them. And where are we going to go? We're going to come over here. Select that. I think I got my generic shader on here. Looks like I do. All right. Browse. I need a folder for the sandals. Summerflow sandals. Control V. I think I was clicking on my color, but I don't remember now. Yep, metallicity. There. That's glossy reflectiveness. Oops. What I want is glossy roughness. There it is right there. Glossy roughness. Roughness. Excellent. Bump map. There. Normal map. Right there. Okay, the UVs are wrong, but it's mirrored, so it's gonna look okay. Yeah, I think that's looking okay. Yeah, it'll be fine. Of course it's getting washed out. And I've got this ground clipping things. Yeah, it'll be fine. Would you like to cancel this order? Yes, please. All right, let's save you as a material file. Material preset, so I don't lose this. You are going to be SF Sandals. I want to just say 01 white. And accept that. And okay, now I can do this. Open the output directory. Okay, so I don't need this and this. The height map and the normal map are the same as the other one. These ones are going to be a little different. I'm going to have a little bit of dirt on here, and that's going to be dirty. We'll X those. Back over to here. Still waiting for the material file to save. When that gets saved, we'll put the dirty version on, and I'll save that. Oh man, Daz is fast, isn't it? Oh, sarcasm. Ooh, me? Why am I not seeing anything over on YouTube? There we go. Okay. Did I copy and paste you? Yeah, I cut these. I'm gonna come over here. Are you done? You're done. Let's revise. Paste that. Nope. Um, how come? Oh, because I renamed this. This is going to be White Worn. I forgot to rename these guys Worn. All right, now I can cut and paste these. X, C. I don't know. I think I was getting the dirty metal. Is that right? My internet's down. Uh-oh. Is it back now? It may have stuttered with the substance. Nope. Nope, not back. What? Nope. I can hear myself on Twitch. Yeah, that's what I thought. I can see me. I can see me on YouTube. That's what I thought. Yep, that's YouTube. Tech is okay. You're fine. Sorry. I don't. It might have stuttered, and it might have come back when Substance got done doing something, or I might have stuttered while Daz was saving. Anyhow, I've updated the. Let's get that doity color in here. There's the dirty white, and we're gonna update the glossy reflectness with the dirty glossy reflectness. Reflectiveness. I'm gonna have this, and this will take another few minutes to go do its thing again. Material preset. I'm gonna look for that sandal white. This one's gonna be white worn. It's gonna be worn white, worn white. Do that. Accept that. Okay, so while that's taking its time, probably killing my internet, we're gonna work on the black version. That gets turned off somewhere in here. Gold armor is good. Metal. What are you? That's part of the gold armor. Plastic foam. These are the ones I need right here. And this is for the soul. Here, let's just group all of these together. Call that white. Duplicate that. Hide that. Call this one black. So I'm basically just going to change the colors on these, something like that. Oh, we impatiently wait. It's punishing me. It's punishing me for using 4K maps today. Okay, that's the inside, and that's the foam. I'm going to make that buckle silver, I think, for the black version. We're waiting. We're still waiting. There we go. Hit save. Come over here, type in silver armor. So I'm going to put silver armor right on that there. And I'm going to position you somewhere here. Let's close the dirt down. Somewhere right there where it says gold. Turn that off. I'm going to drag the silver to be right in front of that. All right, so there's the black version. And I actually only just need the color map for that one. Because everything's the same except for the color to the white one. Let's do that. Let's just save out a base color, export. Come over here to our export folder. Make you say black. I forgot the stream was running in my pocket. Just got the crap. Oops. Could not hear over the water, but when it suddenly turned off, suddenly you're hearing voices. God? Is that you again? No, Chris. It's just the voices in your head. Carry on. All right. Let's swap the color out. Actually, let me put the white on. Then we can swap the color out for the black. Then I can hit save on this. Hero preset. We're going to come down here. Click on that. I'm going to call this Sandals 02. Black. Not Buick. Black. There we go. Hit that. Accept that. Is that a cell phone in your pocket? Wah, wah, wah. All right. Turn that on. Save this color out. Now you're waiting for your food in your oven that 100% won't hurt me by 2 a.m. Did you save? I think you saved. That's going to be black worn. All right. Are you still saving? You're still saving. Totino's Pizza. Was that a little sad face? I don't know. You're talking to a guy who had a Hot Pocket for dinner. Hot Pocket better than a tortilla. All right, that's good. Let's do this, and then swap that out for the dirty black color. Actually, it's on the clipboard. That one right there. That's the grungy black. Do this. Come over here and say worn black. Accept that. Come back. All right, let's go. I'm going to do a little bit of shoe shopping. I think I want to do maybe 6, 5, 6. I'm pretty sure I want to do maybe a tan and a pink and maybe one other color. About to go make fried potatoes and eggs for dinner. I think my homemade sourdough pizzas are costing me more than the old. But they'll haunt you by 2 a.m. That's the downside, is when your food haunts you. I'm sorry, dude. I find carrots help with that for me personally. For some reason, a carrot works better than an acid for me. I do keep Tums, but sometimes I don't know. I should have put the little black dots higher up in the. I'm probably going to touch up this this map a little bit. Okay, let's turn you off. Which layer you are? So actually, I probably should put that layer up there. So when I do this, these are basically black underneath, something like that. And then I have the stitching underneath the dirt. The hole should be above the dirt. I think this is good. I'm going to close black down. Turn that. Turn the dirt off for right now. Duplicate this layer here. And you know what? I think I'm just going to do a pink, maybe a gold tan kind of thing. So we're going to tweak rubber raw. I'm going to make that kind of a gold color like that. Oh, Atharva, how are you doing? This is Substance Painter. Today I am texturing the shoes with Substance Painter. These are the shoes that we did mostly yesterday, and then I finished them up after stream. So yesterday after stream, I just finished up this little part over here, and then I got the UV map separated out. And then I have them on the DAS characters. Today I am texturing, and I think I'm going to put pink with this. So fine leather. Remember, kids, don't use Barbie pink. Mattel will come for you. They will send Hitman Barbie after you. He said, running over into Barbie pink land. I'm going to make that a little lighter. Hopefully the stream isn't stuttering too much. I see. I'm getting a little bit of a. You know, Pepto Bismol tried to trademark that color. I was just reading about that earlier today about trademarking colors. As I was setting up colors for an outfit, I'm trying to think what names can I actually use with colors, because you don't want to use the Pantone names. I think I'm not sure. I think Pantone may go to the trouble of trademark every color, at least the way they have it. I mean, if you just say red, obviously Pantone can't trademark that. But you know, if you're using Exotica black or something like that, they might be able to do. Why is that gone? What the hell? All right, we're gonna make this. Do I want to make that little light gray here? No, we're gonna make that gold, and we're gonna make this pink. Let's do that. Maybe kind of like that. There's a color blacker than black. Yeah, it is. It's patented or something though, isn't it? And I forget what it's called off the top of my head. It's got a really cool name. This is running a little slow. We're almost there. Banta black. That's it. Yes. Banta white black. Exactly. All right. Let's turn you off. Let's make you gold again. Do I want to go with that? Do I want to, you know what? I think I'm going to tweak this color just a little bit more. Maybe a little lighter and a little less saturated. Kind of like that. I think I'm liking that. I think I'm going to go with that. That'll be the pink version. Control Shift E. I only need the color. I'm going to export that. Pop over here. Call you pink. All right, activate the grunge. Save that. I'm gonna pink worn. And then I think I'm just gonna do a brown version or tan version. Did I hit export? I did hit export. There it is. Pink worn. Do that. Yeah, I'm totally not going to get to a cowboy hat tonight, am I? I'm spending all the time just doing the shoes. And let's do a tan version. Let's name you pink so I can find you later. Let's duplicate you. I think Barbie would get mad if you called it that pink. Also, it depends on context, right? If you're using the pink and you're putting it off as Barbie pink, then they'll probably. But if you're just using the pink by itself, also if you just shifted a little bit and called it Pepto Pink, then you might be okay. I like the gold. I think I'm gonna actually. I want a brass. I'm gonna take the polished brass. We're gonna put that on there. I'm gonna take the brass. We're gonna drag it over here. It's underneath the grunge. I'm gonna turn the grunge off for a minute here, and we're going to. I'm gonna say tan, but that. Do I want to say? Yeah. So let's take here. The raw rubber. I'm gonna make that a dark brown. That'll be good. Let's tweak the fine leather. Do I want that to be dark brown as well? Maybe. Maybe a wee bit lighter and touch more saturation. We're waiting. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Let's tweak the plastic foam. Did I want the plastic foam in here as well? Maybe we'll put that over there. So I might bring it up over here. If this thing, hopefully stream isn't stuttering too much. I don't know, can I see my health? Whatever happened to the thing that shows the health of my stream? Is it on the stream manager? My bitrate looks okay. You know what? I think that's fine. I'm going to just tweak this. Now we're going to just tweak that suede. I think I want that suede to be a little more saturated and a little lighter. Maybe over here somewhere. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. All right. There's the brown. Control Shift E. We're just having to do colors now. Hop back over to the export directory if I can find that again. Nope, it's closed. I can get there this way. There it is. That's the brown. Do that. And then we'll do the dirty brown. Brown worn. So let me hit save on this. Close that down. I'm going to pop over here, call you brown worn. All right, we're going to cut all of these. Pop back over into here. All right, I got a let's do the worn pink. Browse, paste those 4 colors into here and grab that one right there. Save that. Actually, I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to turn off the CMS. Let's do that so things will run a lot faster. Means I got to go over to smart content and come over here, and we're going to stop the CMS, and I'm going to do this the smart way. And then we can do the save. And it shouldn't take the inordinate amount of time it's been taking. And then I'm going to fix the UVs on these shoes. I hope. Fingers crossed. Save you. Show preset. You're going to be 03 pink worn. Worn pink. All right, now we can pop over here. We can do the, see, we're done. We're done already. I'm going to do the pink. Material preset. 03 pink. Rid of that worn. 2, 3, 4, 5. Accept that. Over here, we'll do the brown. This is going to be 4. Brown. Should be good. Okay, let's put a dirty one on here and then swap that color map out for the dirty brown. There's dirty brown. Save you. Brown worn. Warren Brown. Should be good. Okay, I think we're good with that. I'm going to open up my thumbnail file. Summerflow thumbs. I don't want to save anything in here. Jack posted a link to his first Boston show 3 years ago on YouTube. Oh, nice. Okay, let me see what I got still in here. I have a Genesis 8 female there. I'm going to fix her shoes. Let's do this. Do I have a blender? I don't have a blender. I can do this. We can do this. Activate. I don't need to do this. I just need to load in shoes. Load in shoes. Load in shoes. There we go. Cancel. These are the wrong shoes. I was applying those to a dress. I don't have a figure in here. That's why. We'll load a figure in here. And I'm going to put the shoes on. I have the wrong thing selected again. Dang it. That's better. Let's do that so we can see it. Let's select the shoe. I'm going to export it out. We're going to fix the UVs and bring it back in. Do I have any? I haven't done anything to these shoes yet, so I don't. I can always just re-rig them if I have to, because I haven't made any real progress on this. The only thing I don't want to do is I don't want to screw up the material names. We just made all those nice material files that'll work with these names, as long as I don't screw the UV mapping up too much. And by too much, I mean not at all. So let's select the shoes. Come over here to parameters. Go to mesh resolution. I am at base. I didn't set you up to. Oh well. Let's see. I don't have anything else. I can just export that out. I'm going to come to Sandals, and this is going to be sort by date modified. And I'm just going to swap out 3 for 4. Accept that. Activate Blender. So the problem is, if we take a look at these shoes, take a look at the UVs. I've only got half the UVs because I never flipped the UVs for the other side, so you have to fix that. So we are going to go look for those shoes right there we just saved. Yay. Come down here. I'm going to pop in here. I'm going to delete half. We're going to mirror that. We're going to flip the UVs, save it back out, and then update the shoes. That's the plan. Control L, delete, vertices. Let's put a mirror modifier on here. Okay, this time I'm going to remember to do this thing. I forgot to do this. This basically flips the UVs of the shoe. So I should be able to, and let's double check some things here. Okay, all of my materials are still good. Yay. Let's go take a look at our UV editing. So that should look about like what we have, but so I'm just going to export this back out. And you know what? I'm going to be bold and overwrite that. Come over here. Let me see if I can. There's a couple ways to do this. I think I'm just going to re-rig it. Do I have any morphs in here? I do have this one morph. Let me see if I can keep that morph. Let's try this. So if I load in fixed shape, is that one there? So we'll just take a quick peek. Make sure our UVs are looking good on that. Nope. Why my UVs no look good on that? Did you not get flipped? Let's try this again. Let's apply this and make sure my UVs are there. All right, they're there. I'm going to export again this time. Selection only. Let's just make sure I'm using export that. Let's try this again. Delete that. Back into here. Let's re-import. This is why I check things. And when I take a look at this. All right, that's good. Now let me see if I can pull this off. I'm going to use the transfer tool. I'm going to select the sandals. We're going to select the other sandals. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to replace the source with the target. I think this will be fine. See how this goes. We may redo this again if this does not go well. Okay, so those look right. I got my UVs. Excellent. Let me see. Did my morph stay? That's it. It looks like I've got my morph, but let's see if it still actually does anything. Or if we've got a... Well, that seems to still do something. I might need to get rid of that, though. That might be broken now. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. I might need to just delete that morph. Let me put the foot pose on. Let's see how this is going. Where's my content library? There you are. You know what? That looks fine. I don't need that morph anymore. I was having issues with these. Those look fine. I do have to tweak my weight maps a little bit. Fix that. I don't know. Let's try that right now. Which one is that? That's a left foot, isn't it? So let's expand that. Gonna come down to the left foot. Weight brush tool. Tool settings. We're going to use symmetry on that. General weight maps. I'm going to see if I can clean that up. Let's start with the smoothing. Take that. I might need to put a morph. Hey, look at that. Just smoothing it seems to be doing the trick. A little bit of the trick. It's still inside the back of the heel a little bit, so I'm probably going to have to make a JCM on that. I think so. To just pull that out back a little bit, I think. So let's set this. God dang it. Let me make sure this foot is bent all the way. And I'm just going to match that foot. That's good. Are you looking good now? No, you're still clipped just a little bit, aren't you? Okay, so I am going to, let me see if we've got any currently used I don't see anything currently used in there, do I? I should rename those sandals. Right. They still say G9. Summer Flow Sandals G8F. I'm going to say female. If I don't have some tester whine at me. I'm going to export these out. I'm going to make a tweak there. Then I'm going to make a tweak there. I'm going to set up a corrective morph on that. And I'm going to use, I should be able to use the same morph for both sides. I'll probably have to reset you back to 0. This probably should be good. All right, let's select the shoe. Let's export that. And I'm going to call you, there's a technical, this is a positive 65 foot bend. Export that as a morph target. Sandals, let's do this. Bend foot 65. And you know what? Daz uses like these clever little positive 65. There we go. And let's put, these are non-user facing files. Can put little underscores there. I think this should be good, except that. And let's save that out. G8F foot bend. Save that. Hop back over. Okay, now I need my blender. There's my blender. There's the foot bend. Did the foot bend not come in? I don't know. I moved too fast. There's this. I did not see the foot bend come in. Let's try that again. Did I accidentally overwrite my foot bend? I think I think instead of the foot bend, I exported out the invisible dress. That's right. We exported the wrong file. No bend. I know. Jesus, Joseph and Maddie. There we go. Hopefully we get it right this time. There it is. I'm gonna hide you. And now what I want to do is I want to fix this strap back here. I'm gonna tab in. Just gonna select those. Activate a little bit of proportional editing. Get my movie tool in here. And which one of you? I think that little red thing there. I'm gonna pull that. I'm adjusting my fall off. I'm gonna fix that like that. I'm going to tweak this in a little bit better. And let's try. I missed. Missed again. It'll probably be okay. I'm going to pop this into the sculpting for just a second. I do this while sculpting. Where is the smooth? Smooth, baby, smooth. All right, I'm going to try to not to hit that edge again. Do this in baby steps. All right, let's see. That's a little bit better there. Can I not turn you? No. All right, I'm going to call that good enough. So let's export that back out. Object mode. Activate export. Make sure you're using the DAS presets. Overwrite this thing right here. Export that. Hop over into here. I'm going to load that in. Dial it up. Then we're going to turn it into a JCM ski. I've got the Genesis 8 selected. We don't want that. We want the Sandals selected. I'm totally in the wrong file. There it is. Accept that. Say okay. Where am I? I'm imposing. I want to be in parameters. When I do that, that's a little bit better. And now I'm going to turn that into a JCM. I'm going to select the left foot, go into edit mode here, select bend. I'm going to do an ERC freeze on that. And right here, I'm going to uncheck that and leave this and accept that. That should be good. Oops. Now when we bend this foot, JCM kicks in and it's looking fine. All right, now I'm just going to use that same morph on the other side. So that has the problem we just had, but now we've made a morph and we can import that mirrored. So let's do this. Choose a morph file. I'm going to choose the same thing. Only we're going to do a couple little tweaks to this. We're going to rename that. You know, I should have named the other one L foot. I'm going to rename that one later, but right now we're going to call you R foot. Also, we're going to do this mirroring. And I'm going to do an X swap on that. We're going to accept that. That did not work because I have Genesis 8 selected. Damn it. Once again. Try this again. Choose the more file. Choose that. Okay, rename it. R. I like capital R. Mirror. Swap. Accept. Okay. Let's see if this worked. There we go. It worked. Same morph, just flipped to the other side. At least I think it did. All right, let's do a little rename on this before I forget. So let's call that L foot. L foot. Accept that. All right, now let's. I don't know. Did I just screw up? Does that still work? I think that worked. I think that worked. That worked. Okay, good. For a second there, I was worried renaming it would just screw things up. I think it's fine. Okay, let's reset this foot here. Let's do our ECM on this foot right here. Right foot. Same thing, we're just going to come to bend. Do an ERC freeze on that. I don't want that. I just wanted to drive that when the foot gets bent. That morph will become activated and look okay. All right, we're getting there. I'm going to do a couple more things. Then we're going to resave these. And then we're going to call it a day. I'm going to put the textures on here. But before I put the textures on here, let's select that over here. Edit geometry. Let's convert to sub D. Moves everything out a little bit. Should be okay. I think that's good. These need to be hidden. And that's going to go away. Can I just say hidden, select properties? And actually, because these are hidden, we're going to move them. So we're going to move these. There's a property group for hidden stuff in here. Right there. And I'm going to call that a corrective, so we're just going to stick it down there in correctives. Where users shouldn't. User can find it if they really are looking for it. But it's not in their face if they've got the hidden stuff hidden. All right, let's put our materials on. And I think the white, I want the white to be the hero texture for the shoes. So I think I'm thinking I'm going to go with this floral dress look with the white shoes. And then we have the base bag, I think will be the burlap leather bag, which isn't in here. I'm thinking of putting, whoops, their clothes done flew away. Are you you're not there? Oh, there it is. And then we got the bracelets. They're simple little band bracelets. So I think that's going to be the set bracelets with the dress shoes and the beach bag. All right, let me save the shoes and we'll call it a day here. We'll find somebody to go hang out with. Dan, thank you for that resub. I really appreciate that, man. I wish you the best luck on your on the turn on your new job hunt. So hopefully that works out. Everybody, check out Bad Tooth Records. Hopefully we'll catch him streaming on Thursday. Shout out Bad Tooth Records. Let's do that. All right. Oh wait, I haven't saved my shoes yet. Save my shoes before I forget. Sandals. Save. I'm in G9. Let's not save that. Let's come over here and save over this one here. SF Summer Flow Sandals Genesis 8 female. Looks good. You getting ready to start now? I'm getting ready to rate you now then. Let's go check out our good friend Dr. DK spinning the tunes in the Church of Rock and Roll. All right. I got my my CMS. I'm gonna have to resave these again later because I can't set these things, but I can do this for right now. Anyhow, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And for those of you hanging out over on the YouTube, thanks for popping in. Did I get another? I got to do the thing where I can see what happened during stream. There it is, mod view. I thought something else happened. And Atherin resubbed. There we go. I had a hype train and I didn't even notice it. Anyhow, Atherin, thank you for that resub as well. Check out our good friend Atherin. There you go. There's the links. Also, Art, it's always a pleasure to see you, man. And tell the Snow Bunny I say hi. All right, let's do this. Feel free to join the Discord if you haven't already. Did that work? Oh, my chat's in the wrong spot. I can't see nothing. There we go. All right, let's do this. Let's go over and say hi to our good friend Dan, aka Bad Tooth Records, aka Dr. DK, aka super cool musician. Let her know you said hi. All right. He just moseyed to the other room. Got it. Let's do Twitch. Bad Tooth Records. Let's do this. Let's put that up. Let's start this raid. He hasn't. Is he starting? Is he starting? Not yet. All right, we're spinning our wheels here for just a minute. I'm gonna say bye and shut down the YouTube. Raid Control D. Oh, I need the raid calls. Let's do those. Hey, feel free to copy the raid calls. I know Dan's getting set up, so we're in a holding pattern for just a second here. Is he live? He's live now. He just went live. There we go. If you're not a subscriber, copy that. If you are a subscriber, you can use the sub raid call. Gonna do that. Let's do this. Stream is starting soon. Raid has been started. Chris is gonna copy his raid call. Thank you all for being here. I will be back in 2 days on Thursday. More stuff similar to this. I'm not sure. Maybe I can get to the cowboy hat and cowboy boots then. Kind of the plan. This is going along smoothly. So maybe I'll get this submitted to Daz over the weekend. We'll see how that works out. Anyhow, thank you all for being here. And hasta la vista, baby.